All right. Counselor Hall, are you prepared to proceed with the questioning? And were we in the middle of an objection
Damn one.
when this
No,
when we left
to
off?
refresh your memory, Your Honor, Bobby Charles was looking from 50 seconds onward of
50 seconds.
the video.
All right, you've had about 50 minutes to review that video. Have you watched the 50 seconds onward?
Of course I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Charles. Prosecutor, you may resume your questioning.
All right, thank you. Can you just describe for me what happens in that video, Mr. Charles?
Well, what is happening right now is, you know, I am preparing for the BDSM. I'm on my knees. I'm about to climax. That is what's happening. That's what happened. Moments before I climax. Right there.
All right, and what is Miss Fulker doing?
We are doing the knife play. You know, the BDSM. It's the role play. Well, you know, I like getting dominated. So, that's what was happening.
Okay, and what specifically did she do?
We were practicing with the knife, and she stomped on me, as you can see in the video, which I thoroughly enjoyed that. As you can see, those were not cries of help. Those were cries of sexual pleasure.
Okay, and what happens after she kicks you?
What's up?
What happens after,
Who is?
the knife? I did not say the safe word in time, and the knife did slice me.
And somebody else. They're like,
Where did it slice you?
I think first
The neck
attempted
region.
first degree murder.
She stabbed you in your neck. Isn't that right?
Objection.
Slice, not
No. Oh, yeah, that's not his words, and he's testifying.
Really?
I'll withdraw the question, Judge.
Thank you.
So,
Sure.
Mr. Charles, so she slashed you. What
Damn
happened
one.
after that?
Oh, okay.
What happened after that was harm. You want me
Andy?
to go in detail in this?
Yes?
Well, Carmine showed up, and his immense jealousy, he
This is
witnessed it. He saw me after the scene.
Jealousy?
Man, fucking kick that.
Carmine was there, and Carmine's very jealous of me and Vivek and Lilith's love. Then he called 911, and that was about it.
All right, what's your relationship to Mr. Casillo?
Friends.
All right. And if we can, I just want to back up a bit. Now, were there any other incidents as you were working as a security guard for Mr. Ramaswamy earlier in the day?
Well, that day I was locked inside of the sewers, the underworld. So you know, my memory's a little bit fuzzy.
No, that's all right. To your knowledge, was Mr. Ramaswamy stabbed at all?
To my knowledge, I do believe there was an incident, but I was not present.
Okay, thank you. All right, and after this event, you talked with law enforcement. Is that right?
Objection. He's leading.
I'll withdraw it, Judge.
Did you? Right?
Did
Is
you,
that how you have to word it?
Did you
Did you?
speak with any law enforcement?
I
Leading?
lost.
How's that leading?
Would you like me to respond, Judge?
Yes or no?
Hi, guys.
I'm sorry?
Would you like me
I-
to respond to the
Say it's leading. It's a yes or no question again.
Wait.
Wait, isn't yes or no
Prosecutor,
not
what are you
leading?
asking? You should
I asked
respond to?
him whether or not he
Yes or no is leading, really.
talked to any law enforcement.
Okay, whether or not he talked to law enforcement.
Would you like me to respond?
Okay.
Judge,
Okay,
to
you
the
just say,
objection?
who did you talk to?
To the objection? Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. A yes or no question isn't inherently a leading question, of course, and I'm not giving him the answer. In
Yeah, I
the
don't see how it's
question,
leading, no.
Which is what a leading question is. I'm simply asking whether or not something occurred. He, of course, can answer in a yes or no fashion. He can expand on it, but I'm not suggesting any particular answer in the way that I phrase a question.
Okay. Obviously, in this situation, it is possible that he may have spoken to police. So I'm not going to get into a thing where what happened next is the only question that's allowed. I'm overruling the objection. That question, I think, is
Alright.
fine.
Yeah, I thought it was a
I'm gonna
fair
do the
question.
leading.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Charles.
Just watch the leading, Mr. Hall. already.
Certainly.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
do
you
not
have to avoid
recall
yes or no
if I
questions.
spoke to it.
This lying sack of shit.
You don't recall speaking to any law enforcement officer?
Objection. He answered that. He just said it. He doesn't need to say it again.
Sustained.
Hey,
In the
bitch.
report.
Give me one moment, sir. I do recall speaking to Officer York about this matter.
I lost
You
a lot of blood that day.
He just said he doesn't recall
Word-
speaking to
word
cops or
on the
not.
street
Why would
is-
this answer be any
So
different?
when anyone says I don't
Objection.
recall,
He
it's
already
usually
answered it.
it's
Sorry,
over,
my apologies.
You know? It's
Objection,
over.
he already
It's
answered.
over.
Well, if I can, Judge, just certainly
over
not
for
the
you?
same
Is that what you're
question.
saying?
I'm asking about
Now,
a
when people say I
particular
don't recall,
officer
it's pretty much
to,
like,
again,
what can you
attempt
do,
to
you know?
arrest the
Like, you know,
witness's memory.
Door shut on your face.
Officer York is a police officer.
fuck are
He
you
doesn't
doing?
recall
Hey,
speaking to
good
the
looking out,
police.
though.
Are you
right?
two dating?
Okay, if you wanted to
No.
attempt to refresh, I would have
Oh
asked
my
the questions
gosh.
in the
Love
reverse
is love.
order. Did you speak to this
fuck is
officer,
this guy
and then
doing?
did you speak to any officer? I'm sustaining the objection. You can't just keep asking the same question if he says he doesn't know.
All right, Judge, thank you. No further questions.
All right, Bobby. I mean, look, you've been up here long enough. I don't want to keep you up here all day. You've already described in your own words what's happened. I'm just gonna ask you some pointed questions for the judge.
I don't know if I'm just not going to call
You know, role play
Dad,
aside.
I believe in you.
Wait for
Did you
me to get that statement
consensually
right
get in
now.
the
I'm sending it
car
to you guys.
with Miss Falker and Vivek over there?
Of course I did.
Did you consensually go down to
what's that?
Chumash Pier in that car?
Of course I did.
Did you consensually go to the end of that pier in that car?
Of course
Sorry,
I
not-
did.
Yeah, walk
Dad, I
down, my
believe in you.
apologies. Did you consent to the knife play that was occurring on the video?
Of course I did.
How much would you say you enjoy knife play?
I mean, what can I say? I love it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Are you very experienced in knife play?
Of course, as you can see in the video, I enjoyed every second of it.
Would you say you've done a knife play for years?
Done it for
Isn't this
years.
leading?
Nothing further.
Thank you,
I
Councilman.
don't think it even matters.
Any redirect from the prosecution on that line of questioning?
Yeah, before we do, can we have a sidebar, Judge?
Really, it
Coach
doesn't even fucking matter.
Malton, come on up here too.
I think it's
We
only
just,
for the
yeah, you shot at
prosecution,
the-
really.
the
Okay.
wind spread.
Damn, chat, you guys really are lawyers. They can lead? Yeah, I don't think.
Why are they there?
So what's this trial about exactly?
Vivek and
Motherfuckers got shanked up. You feel me?
Wait, my dad stabbed someone?
No.
How are you, Officer York? Oh,
You getting nervous? You're gonna go up there soon. Actually, you're next.
Guess what?
Just
Guess-
remember to
you know what they're
breathe.
You know what they're talking about right now? Talking about that fucking tape.
Huh?
If they don't bring the tape up once they're questioning Bobby, I have nothing to worry about. You understand that?
No.
It means even though you fucking play dirty, you're still not gonna get what you want, you bald-headed alien.
All right, I'm gonna tell them to play the tape before they let Bobby down.
Okay, they're not gonna. Okay, try. I ain't worried. I ain't worried.
It's
Man,
already
I got
submitted.
my wife here.
It's already submitted. They don't need to play for Bobby.
They do if they want to fuck Bobby too.
They're just gonna fuck you.
They're gonna early ult. I'm calling it. Your boys are gonna ult early, and then it's gonna give me breathing space.
Yeah, wow, man. Yeah, some really good breathing space. Just remember, hey, just think about all the years you're gonna serve when you're up there lying. It'll be great.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is being a good man to Vivek.
Look
is
at
gonna
you.
give me
Whoa,
far in
look, sound a
life.
little nervous right now.
What?
Ooh,
No.
oh, you
Why you,
shaking.
Mr. K? Why are you sweating, Mr. K?
Perjury.
You think I'm gonna go? What if I go up there and I tell him?
Perjury. You hear that? You hear that in the distance?
Get away from me.
Yeah. Perjury. Perjury.
Fuck yourself.
Perjury.
You stupid
Perjury.
bitch.
Perjury. Perjury. Perjury.
Bitch.
You fucked. You
Are
so
you just
fucked.
fucking stupid?
Sorry. Go back to my spot.
This is how they torture us in hell.
He started it.
Probably is.
You saw that, right?
Sorry.
You want in from me?
Whoa, whoa,
Sorry.
whoa!
So it was an accident. I had
Got
to
a Band-Aid?
spasm.
Yeah, I got you. Come here.
Yeah, I
Turn around, you bald fuck.
Hey, try to listen.
Oh.
Really capitalizing off
I
TikTok dances.
apologize. I've just been having spasms lately. I want to apologize.
Do you have a mask?
It's brain supplements I've been taking. They've just caused spasms.
You're wearing pants. I can see something else. Have a mask for yourself.
I'll give you a hot dog. Yeah, that works. Better see you eat it.
That's
Throw it.
true.
My
That's
turn.
true. That's true.
Hurry.
Oh my god.
Hurry.
Yo, what up, Zoe?
What the hell?
I love it.
I
What?
wiped my ass.
You been a fucking ass, man.
Solo?
Hold on, I'm
What the
sweating.
fuck, bro?
Off of here.
This dude look a little different.
Marcus,
Solo.
Fuck up. Stop making. Let me use it.
I don't think you can.
Marcus, yeah.
No, I don't got any Percocet. Here's a burger, though.
No.
Good enough.
Take it.
Did you see me shit?
I don't know if it's a good idea to push it right now and redirect.
All right,
so I
back
think
in
I'm just gonna leave
session.
it there.
Yeah, it's fine.
I believe in you.
We'll let them take the.
One side had just wrapped up with this witness. Was it?
I'm Paris.
We're not
I
gonna
just
redirect,
finished.
Judge.
You're not going to
And are you-
redirect. All right,
and are you
perfect.
gonna
Mr.
take-
Charles, you
and are you-
can stand
Fuck you,
down,
bitch.
and the prosecution may call their next witness to the stand.
I think I'm gonna call both of you if that's okay. I'm going with you first. Your Honor, the people call Officer Ruby York to the stand.
Oh,
Officer
excuse
Ruby
me,
York,
thank you.
please approach
Excuse
the
me.
witness stand
I
and
thought
be
I was
sworn
next.
in.
Thank you. I'm standing next
Alright.
to him.
Mal-
It's my turn to sit next to him.
The fuck am I face?
Malton, I have your food.
You lied about
Oh,
a whole
thank
lot,
you.
so- Chief officer, play by you.
Hi, sanitation worker. Loving
I do, yes.
Okay.
You know me and Carmine are fucked.
I know.
You seen the evidence?
You guys fucked
Carmine?
yourself. I don't know why.
They were talking about perjury. The judge said perjury, Carmine. We are fucked. We are
Yeah.
fucked.
Come on, I'll just
Come
throw
on.
Bobby under the bus and free yourself.
Oh, yeah, I get a perjury?
Picking up my delivery.
What? What are we
me.
talking about? What'd you say?
Save your friend. Be a good friend. Don't let Carmine go up there and fuck himself too. There's no reason you both need to get fucked.
2023. Now, were you on duty? on
There's
that
no
day?
reason. Come on, for real. Be a good friend.
Look at me, you motherfucker. Look at me.
And
I didn't even do this. No,
Look at me.
I am. Fuck you.
any calls by Mr. Costello?
Yes, I was on duty in the city when a 911 call came through the dispatch. Captain Slacks asked if anyone was available to respond, and I made my way to the Chumash Pier.
What happened when you got to the Chumash Pier?
When I arrived at the pier, there was a car sitting outside, half parked on the road. I believe it's one of those old Glendale. Because of the nature of the 911, I put my safety vest on and I slowly walked my way down the pier, doing my ABCs, having a good look around. And down the end of the pier, I could see a slim man waving at me. So I slowly walked towards him. It was a Carmine Costello. And there at the end of the pier was a man down on the ground covered in blood.
And who was that man covered in blood?
That man was Bobby Charles.
And what did you do after you discovered Mr. Costello and Mr. Charles?
I had a look around the scene, but as soon as I saw Bobby Charles, there was blood on the pier, there was blood on his clothes, and there was blood spurting from his neck. I quickly dropped down and placed pressure upon his neck, and I grabbed my radio and
Good
called
thing they
for
didn't do the
backup.
AI fucking one, because that would have been even worse than
What
this
were
one.
Mr. Charles's injuries?
The only injury that I could see was a large gash to the neck, and blood was spurting out. I got it in all over my hands.
All right. And what's your previous medical experience?
Our vests come equipped with a small medic package. So I just grabbed gauze, placed it under my hand, and held his neck. EMS had already seen the 911 and were on their way.
Okay. And having examined the injury, did you believe that if untreated, it could be fatal?
I'm going to object to that. She stated that her experience is just what's on her vest. If they want EMS to testify to the injuries, they could call them up.
If I may judge, I think the objection appears to be that this is a lay witness, which I'm not asking her any expert testimony. I'm asking her opinion based on what she witnessed with the context of her training and knowledge. So I'm not asking her to, make any expert opinion or speculation, just simply what she saw and what she thought with the knowledge she had.
Okay, well, if you're not asking for an expert opinion, then why are you asking to qualify an injury as fatal or non-fatal? Any injury could be fatal. I just think I'm just going to sustain this objection. Just rephrase the question.
Certainly. Did the injury
CG Murphy? No.
Did the
Call my
injury
Bobby
present
Murphy.
an
He
immediate
part of my
risk to
gang
the health
now,
of
son.
Mr. Charles?
Anything that helps
Objection.
boost
He's
your
just trying
confidence.
to ask the same thing that you just sustained.
You're going up there and
Ultimately,
throwing your
she
life
decided
away.
to refrain
Never
from
be
it.
a cop.
Again,
Never be
this-
ODOC.
The status of the injury,
Just some rat
how
bum on the
severe
street.
it was, is certainly important to this case. And again, the witness was there. She made an examination of the injury. She certainly qualified.
Go ahead, throw your
to
whole life away for all I
answer the
care.
I would just ask as a rebut to that she could certainly testify to the things that she did to treat the injury, but she's not qualified to say if the injury was severe or not, just what she did to it.
Well, again, Judge, you don't need to be a doctor to say if an injury is severe. Like you said, we know when an injury is severe or not.
Severe is an adjective subject to opinion.
All right, that's enough. We're not getting into a back and forth argument about this. This is pointless. All right. Mr. Hall, all injuries are bad. I don't care. Move on.
Thank you, Judge.
Unless there is a specific point that you can drive to some other way. Don't care.
All right, what care did
He
you
was
provide?
down on the ground.
The care I provided was to hold pressure on the wound that was spurting
That's
blood
typical
from
Murphy
his neck
faction right there.
until EMS arrived.
All right, and based on your examination, did you come to any conclusion as to how Mr. Charles became injured?
Not that I could see in my vicinity. I could not see any weapons or anything. I could not tell what caused the injury.
All right, and what happened after you provided him with treatment?
I believe 2 EMS arrived on scene, Pendragon and Mars. They took over medical on Bobby Charles. I then went over to speak to Carmine Costello.
All right, and what did Mr. Costello say?
Mr. Costello was...
The gunfire, I'm gonna object to that as hearsay.
Who the fuck
Costello
shot?
is very purely here to testify to what he said, if they want to
Yeah.
call him.
What are you gonna say when you get up there?
gunfire? I need to hear that question again.
What
are you gonna say?
Who knows?
All right.
Are you gonna
Costello
ruin me
is
and
not a
Carmine's
witness,
life?
say. That's the objection.
You
Yeah,
ruined
well, I'm
your
saying
own
if he is going to be a witness, I think that's one thing. But
You're gonna get up
I don't know
there.
if he's a witness or not.
You're gonna say, I already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna say that we witness tape. You're gonna say,
Respond, Judge?
Why are you so nervous? What's going on?
Give me a second.
I thought you guys had a good plan, like you said.
You're gonna ruin me and Carmine's life. You know that?
No, you ruined your own life. What am I
My
telling you all
life is
week?
ruined.
I told you all week, don't do this dumb shit. And look at you, you fucking idiot. You lied on stand. Oh, hey, Ram Scrammy.
Stay strong, Bobby.
Okay. Since it's in evidence, you may reference the text messages and 911 calls from Carmine Costello only. Anything outside of the scope of that,
What the
You're
fuck?
on the list.
Andrews, did you hear that?
Quote or paraphrase.
What? He's gonna put me on a list.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. What happened after you questioned Mr. Costello?
After I questioned Mr. Costello? After I questioned Mr. Costello, he consented to a search.
All right. And did you find anything of note?
There were no weapons found on Mr. Costello.
All right. And was an investigation of the scene conducted?
Yes, Captain Slacks arrived on scene along with Officer Beric Johnson. We scoped and surveyed not just on top of the pier, but also underneath in the water and on the beach surrounding the pier.
All right. And was there any other parts of the investigation? I can be more specific if you like.
Yes.
Did you talk to any other witnesses?
Not at the pier.
All right. Now let's keep it to the pier for now. Did you find any evidence on the scene?
Evidence in regard, there was, as I said, there was blood on scene. Mr. Costello also had blood on his shoes. And I believe it was Officer Beric Johnson who found several items in the water and on the beach.
If I can get you to reference exhibit.
You got
One
this.
moment. Exhibit E. You can't just describe what
Yes.
that exhibit depicts.
That exhibit shows a knife next to a beach bonfire. Looks like a couple of bevies, and you can see it is north of the Chumash Pier.
I was smart
see.
showing the pier in the
And
picture.
What involvement does that knife have in all this?
That knife is...
Objection to speculation. It's a knife on the beach.
That's okay.
I'd like
Counselor, can I talk to you real quick?
Sidebar?
I'm gonna bring that shit up anyway.
Oh, I should talk to my prosecutor real quick for one more question.
Oh, okay. Well, there is an objection hanging, but okay.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if there's more to that, Judge. Happy to respond though.
No, just talk it out.
Recover the knife, by the way.
Where's Scooby's trying to?
It was recovered through a third party.
All right. So, Your Honor, as to the objection to speculation, again, the officers already testified that she conducted an examination of the scene and that she found the knife again at the scene. So, asking what the relevance of the knife is in relation to her investigation is certainly not speculatory. She can, of course, come to a conclusion as to how the knife is important.
Wait, hold on.
May I rebut, Your Honor?
Ruby did not find the knife.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was found
I believe that's your job to come to a conclusion on whether this knife being on scene is important or not the officers. She found a knife, and to my knowledge, in this report, there's no other evidence linking the knife to the scene. Her knowledge is that she found the knife. It's up to you to decide if it's important or not, or relevant.
Okay. Well, you're sort of, Malton, you're sort of assuming that the answer is going to be speculative without hearing it. And as the witness is a law enforcement officer, it stands to reason that there might be evidentiary value in the answer based on an investigation of some kind. I'm going to overrule the objection. I'm going to allow her to answer that.
It's almost nightfall.
No, you ain't a goddamn doctor.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Certainly. Now, based on your investigation, what do you believe the importance of that knife to be?
At that time, it is the only weapon within the vicinity of the obvious slicing of Mr. Bobby Charles's neck.
Captain Slacks, I'm rooting for
That
you.
is potential. That is the
Potential weapon, yes.
Okay.
Type of
thank
shit that fucks up your kidney.
Everyone's saying goodbye to Carmine before he gets sent off.
Talk to other witnesses.
Did I
What do
miss
you-
something?
All right.
Nobody's saying bye to anybody. We're not getting
The
locked up.
next day, yes, we spoke to
Perjury.
Vivek
I
Ramaswamy.
swear to God. Oh God,
All right,
Carmine.
let's start off with Mr. Ramaswamy. Is there anything?
I'm gonna object. There's nothing in the report about her talking about that. Once again, it'd be hearsay.
It's her testimony, Your Honor.
If I can judge, ultimately it's not hearsay. It, of course, is accepted as an opposing party statement. But either way, it doesn't have to be in the report for her to testify to it. This is something that happened. It's her testimony. She can, of course, speak to it.
Murder one.
If it's her experience and it has to do with the case, then that's fine. Let me hear the question one more time, because these objections are getting pretty long-winded.
Certainly, Judge. What of note did Mr. Ramaswamy say during the investigation?
Okay. Leave out of note. What did he say? I'm pretty sure she will be able to say what was important.
Absolutely, Judge.
When you add extra words to your questions, Mr. Hall, you get objected.
Right.
Mr. York, what did Mr. Ramaswamy say during the investigation? Interrogation, rather.
Mr. Ramaswamy said that Mr. Bobby Charles did not protect him earlier in the day at Senior Bonds when he was stabbed. I do recall Mr. Ramaswamy said that he was so sad, so very sad, that he was in the fetal position.
But in a cool way.
But in a, yeah, he was in the fetal position is what he said. I believe he did refuse to answer a couple of questions when questioned. And then he stated that after being in the hospital that he walked to the Vanilla Unicorn.
Did he say that he was on the scene?
No.
Cell block 1. We're gonna share it together. It'll be
Where else?
fun.
So he said he.
6 years together, bro.
I can visit
It'll be
you,
so
but that's
fun.
probably about it.
One moment.
You're going down too.
This guy texting or playing Pokemon Go?
No.
Go on, Rami.
You know, if I go down, you're going down too.
You already had your turn. You can't even go up there and talk more.
Did Mr. Ramaswamy say anything else during the interrogation?
Oh, hey, Captain.
No, there were. He had a lawyer present, and at
Yeah, they
certain
heard that, and they
times
heard you were going to put
he
me
did
on a
not
list.
answer questions.
So
He denied being
Carmine.
present at the Chumash Pier.
We're not
Correct.
going down alone.
you hear this, Andrews? You hear this shit?
I hear it
And
all.
did you believe that to be true?
I hear it all.
At the time, no.
Why not? I'm telling you, Carmine's going nuclear up there. He's going to go nuclear.
Because by then, a certain video was already being circulated around the city.
Is that Exhibit G, I believe?
Correct.
And you reviewed that video?
Yes, sir.
And was that a part of your investigation, that video?
Yes, sir.
All right. And based on your investigation, what does that video show?
He's finding Smurfs.
That video shows.
I'm telling you, chat, they just
Bobby
fucked themselves
Charles,
over.
Lilith Faulkner,
If
and
everyone
Ramaswamy
in this courtroom just
on the
listened to me
Chumash
at day
Pier.
one,
Right?
I told them,
So,
don't associate with Carmine and
did Mr.
Bobby. What do they
Ramaswamy
do?
lie to you?
Associate with Carmine and Bobby. I told these two idiots,
Yes.
don't play into this shit. You're just going to fuck yourselves. They play
Let's
into it
talk
and they
about
fuck
Miss
themselves.
Faulkner, then.
Day one.
What did she say during the interrogation?
Again, Miss Faulkner did have legal representation.
If Lilith just went
she
up there and
claimed the
took the
video
fall
was a
for
deep
this,
fake
Ram
made
Scrammy would be
by
clean. He would
AI.
be good. He went to the car. He don't know what happened.
She said that Bobby Charles was fired after the incident at Senior Buns. She did claim that her and Bobby Charles were in a relationship. However, she said that after being at the hospital, that her and Ramaswamy campaigned and walked all the way to Senior Buns. And then lastly, she was asked if she has ever been to the beach or taken Ramaswamy to the beach. She said no.
So did she lie to you?
Yes.
I see. And I suppose I want to confirm, based on your investigation, did you find any evidence that the defendants were engaged in some sort of sex party or filming on the scene?
No, not
You
part
doing
of
good?
our investigation.
All right, thank you. No further question.
All right, Officer York, let's just work our way backwards. Let's go over the statements that allegedly they
I'm
gave
excited
you.
for the
Where
next
were these
witness,
statements
Carmine,
given?
after this.
I'm
Who?
sorry. I'm referring to Vivek and Ms. Folker.
At MRPD with their lawyer present.
Was it an interrogation room?
Yes.
Was it recorded?
What's she doing?
No.
Why not?
It was an open conversation with lawyers
Namaste.
and paralegals available.
Is it standard operating procedure to interrogate people for an active investigation and not
Your Honor,
record it?
objection. He's bringing SOPs into this.
Sorry.
I'm asking if it is. Like, I'm trying to figure out what their standard procedure is. The prosecution himself said that these were seasoned investigators. So it'd be good to know what that entails.
Objection out of scope.
All right. One objection at a time. Yeah, what's the relevance of this question, Malton? As
I'm
far as
trying
what's
to-
standard versus not standard?
I'll withdraw the question just to make it a bit easier. So if statements were recorded, why didn't you put their statements in this report, a written statement?
It was not an interrogation. They volunteered to come in and answer some questions.
When you take questions from witnesses, do you put them in reports typically?
Oh.
Sometimes.
But you
Stand
didn't
back,
feel it was
Longwood.
prudent to... let me rewind. Were these two your prime suspects in the case that you were investigating?
At the time, I don't believe they were the prime suspects at the very time.
Second video?
Were they suspects?
It was
Yes.
Charlie Item. He doesn't want to
Isn't
be
it
named because
important to put suspects'
his name,
statements or
someone will
alibis
probably know
in
who it is.
reports?
Sometimes.
You got this.
What is the point of this question?
When would you not put a suspect's alibi in a report?
Well, I mean, do you want the? Are you talking about the incident?
Your Honor, objection.
report?
We're gonna be here all day. This is a bench trial.
I believe I've made my point. I'll move on from the line of
Ooh, the
questioning.
bench trial?
All right.
Let's move back from knife. You said this was the only weapon of note in the area that you all canvassed. Can you describe the area that you canvassed?
My
Sure,
we
Sab's right,
canvassed
though.
Not only the top of
Malton's gonna
Chumash
make this take
Pier,
5 years.
onto roofs if possible, all around the pier, the water underneath the pier in case anything had been thrown off, all the way to the beach on the south and the north.
So that means they were arrested,
Is
right?
it
Yeah.
possible that the ocean being so vast that you simply missed stuff that could be tossed in the pier? From the pier, sorry, into the water.
Anything is possible.
All right. The knife you claim is significant as it's the only weapon being found. What's the significance of the mask that was found with it?
Mask.
I am unsure.
You've seen the video and evidence, as is everyone else. Are any of them masked up?
The three individuals? No.
Based on your experience as a police officer, when you find a mask and a knife next to, in the same location, do they typically have the same owner?
I don't know who else was on the pier, so I can't speculate who belongs to what item.
Oh, I did.
Okay, so
I
the
did
knife
take my
could have
mask
belonged to
off.
anyone, is what you're saying.
Objection. This state's testimony argumentative.
Who's this guy talking crap about?
I'll withdraw and rephrase, Your Honor. Is there anything that directly ties
Thank
that
you.
knife to either Lilith or Vivek?
I don't think I really need to testify, honestly. My statements are repeating something we
Only
we're gonna be here for an
proximity.
hour, so
It slacks.
it's all in the report as far as what I
Nothing
want.
further.
I just have a
thank you.
few brief questions for you, Direct Jet.
Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Who did Slacks get the knife
Officer,
from?
I just want to clarify. In your testimony, did you in any way misrepresent what either defendant said during the questioning?
No.
Okay. And they gave you some alibis. Did you find any evidence that supported those alibis?
No, Miss Faulkner, who is the campaign manager for Ramaswamy, was asked if they had any receipts or could remember anybody that they
Yeah, I know
spoke
it was
to
Dad, but I
while
don't-
walking from
This
the
lady made
hospital
it a little
after
confusing.
the Senior Buns incident to, as
I
she
never
said,
gave no
Senior
mask or
Buns
anything.
again, and she
Maybe
said
she
no.
went and found a mask.
All right,
That's
thank
probably
you.
what
No
it
further
was.
questions, Judge.
All right.